Hey guys, here I have a simple concept for a Stargate. Uh, we have a cylinder right here in space, and we have a vehicle that runs on a track inside. And this vehicle, obviously, I drew some tires here just to show that it's on top of the track. Anyway, it runs and drives in a certain velocity, and it's going this direction. I don't know if you know the concept, but I think for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if this vehicle is going this way, the cylinder is going to go opposite direction. It's going to start spinning this way in space. And since the space is zero gravity, once you start spinning, there's nothing stopping it. It's going to spin. But anyway, so let's say this vehicle is driving at 100 miles per hour. So every hour you add another 100 miles. So let's say you got 10,000 miles spinning rotation, but then another hour goes by, and then now it's 10,000 miles plus 100 miles, and then the next hour will be 10,000 miles plus 200 miles, and next hour will be 10,000 miles plus 300 miles, and so on. So the velocity of the spinning motion will increase exponentially, massively. So this is let's say this is a cylinder made of nanotechnology or strong material, but it's has to be dense material, heavy like steel, iron, or something that's mass. It's got a lot of mass. So once it starts spinning rotation this way, 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 1,000G, 10,000G, 100,000 Gs, and basically each Earth gravity is 1G. So if the Earth is 1G and then you go up to 1,000 Gs, that means that this is the mass of 1,000 Earths. So basically, the faster you spin it, the more G's you acquire, and the more mass it increases this cylinder. So if this cylinder is spinning at in concept, in theory, if it's possible, depending on the material, because we know the material has got a breaking point. But let's say it's spinning at maybe, let's say, 500,000 Gs. That's 500,000 times Earth's gravity. So that means that this object right here, this cylinder, is, let's say the cylinder is, let's say the cylinder is one ton, just a concept, 1 ton. If it's spinning at 500,000 Gs, that means that 1 ton is 500,000 tons. That's just a concept. If this cylinder is, let's say, for another example, let's say it's 1,000 tons, and it's spinning at 500,000 Gs, that means that 1,000 tons equals, now, once it's spinning so many Gs, equals 500,000 tons. That's how heavy it will increase exponentially. For every G, it increases more the weight of the object, or in this case, the cylinder. So the point is that once, because it's spinning so fast, it's because of inertia mass, basically centrifugal force, allows this cylinder to become heavy, and its energy spinning motion, which is basically inertia mass, increases every time it increases velocity, increases in inertia mass. Basically, this object is becoming heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and denser and denser and denser. So it's got more weight on it. So basically, there's going to be a point where this object is going to be so heavy, just like Earth or any other planet, that it's going to start having its own gravity. It's going to start creating its own gravity. So now we know, let's say this object is 500,000 Gs, let's say for example purposes, but now it's starting to create its own gravity, just like Earth's got gravity. So now the gravity itself is so strong, so in starting to pull this way direction, all these arrows, this is the gravity inside. So everything's being pulled that way because it's becoming object that has acquired mass and mass and mass. So it's starting to have pulling gravity this way, and it becomes so massively gravitational forces inside that it started to pull apart time and space. So this is a time and space. It started to pull everything this way equally. Even atoms will be split open, apart, or open. Everything's going to be pulling open this way. And the concept is, and just a concept, because we don't know if it's going to work. It actually may work. It may not work. The point is that it's going to start opening a wormhole or some sort, or something is going to be opening right here. It's going to tear apart the fabric. Remember, time and space itself is actually a fabric. But in this case, you're pulling the fabric this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. It's going to be a point you're going to create a tear, maybe a wormhole or something. And that's where this is, right here. And you have a spacecraft. Once it's open, you can go straight into the opening, into whatever direction that takes the concept. So basically, this is a wormhole going somewhere. Who knows where? It's only a drawing. It's only hypothetical. We don't know if it's going to work, but if it does, great. If not, well, either way, it's great. The point is, anyway, as it rotates, the energy is from the sun. So even the solar power is free. These are solar panels on the side. So as it spins, it's still collecting energy, solar energy. It could be focused solar lasers or solar energy or whatever, or it could have its own nuclear power to run this engine right here, spinning engine. It could be in the inside or the outside, doesn't matter. Either way, as it moves forward, the cylinder moves the opposite direction. Its kinetic force goes the opposite direction, like I mentioned earlier about the movement. Anyway, it's just a very, very simple concept, and it's cool. But like with all things, it has to be in studied more and see what other purposes we can use this for. Because, like I said, the velocity of this, if this is going 100 miles an hour, and every mile is exponentially getting speed faster and faster and faster, because you're adding 100 miles every hour more to the velocity it's already spinning. So remember, an object traveling very fast, it doesn't matter straight line or in this case rotation or spin rotation, is still going to affect time. Okay, the faster you move an object, the slower time gets in concept. But this is opposite. This is gaining mass as well. So we're trying to pull time and space open, and the gravitational forces of the cylinder on the outside is trying to open it up, spread apart the time and space fabric. Can it be done? Is it possible? Well, we're not sure, but the concept's there. Whether it works or not, I couldn't tell you. But it's a pretty interesting concept. Well, anyway, you guys have a good time. Later.